Let's go for the overtime rock and roll special. Dragon versus Trump, Dragon versus Osik, Dragon versus Fury, Dragon versus Tyson Weaver. First, a few millions gonna let that main now rock and roll for the butchers, farmers, bakers, nurses, doctors, and those public workers, public workers, public workers. Right there, we're gonna go up the mountain. And you know, we overtime every time is somebody hugging, holding hands. You give me hope. Some potholes are being filled across North America. Somebody making that LOV special geopolitics. Channel the aggression with push-ups and hugs. And I play that Rainbow Dragon rock and roll. Overtime every time we're gonna go up the mountain. We already made it here, already stretched, already had a little bit of warm up, and now the sun's shining. So we're gonna check it. It's 122, 121. Now let's see how long it's been. 1 hour 59 minutes, 1 hour 59 minutes, almost 2 hours, because we took a longer route. About. It's 2 hours almost. It's gonna be 2 hours. We made it to the mountain. See, 1 hour 59 minutes, 1 hour 59 minutes, 1 hour 59 minutes until we made it here. So now we're gonna go up and up and up. No time to waste. From the bottom of the mountain we go up. Thank you, those picking up the garbage. Those picking up the garbage, collection of the garbage. Right there, salute. Garbage collectors, public sanitation workers, the truckers, the butchers, the bakers, and the nurses. Gonna switch to that French because we in La Belle Province. Gonna have to be patient. We go up on these stairs, up and up. Rock and roll 24/7, overtime every time. Independent athlete, artist, activist, philosopher, Aspie, got that Asperger's, so I might repeat things twice, 3 times. I might get too close to people in conversation and I might obsess about my topics, geopolitics. Working with a laptop is the tools of which we got. Going for overtime in the forest. I like BDS, wish yours truly. We're gonna go overtime every time, and I am a bit awkward, weird socially. Made a lot of friends, lost almost all my friends in the past 7+ years, you know. With Asperger's, it's a condition which I have to check because there's no medication, you know, so I am really weird. Gonna go up. So this is Mount Royal. This is my second home, and I really love this one here. It's like coming here just makes me happy, joyous, and I just love the place. The only thing I ask is people clean up after yourselves. Please put it in the trash, in the garbage. If you go in the forest, do not leave trash lying around inside, right? Because we got rabbits, we got flora, fauna, and we're trying to preserve here. So I do a lot of work. So just go XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. So we go up and up and up to the mountain, and I can go a few times rock and roll here, but I overtime rock it out, rock and roll, and 24/7 rock and roll, you know. That's all it is with me, really. It's rock and roll, gratitude. I gotta begin with gratitude, man. Grateful, thankful. My rent's paid, electricity bill's paid, and got food and coffee. Got food and coffee, got food and coffee. Got food and coffee, got food and coffee, got food and coffee, and you know, I play that Rainbow 24/7, black and white and rainbow. And geopolitics again, state of emergency. Geopolitics, we need to build that defense. Coast to coast, ocean to ocean, blah, blah, blah. Coast to coast, ocean to ocean, blah, blah, blah. Coast to coast, ocean to ocean, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to discuss my Trinidad theories. Trinidad theories, of course. The CIT, citizen integration theory. Debt refusion theory, DRT. DRT, debt refusion theory. Democratic fusion theory. And the protocols. And I love when I see people working out, training, exercising. First thing I'm gonna go do is hydrate. I'm gonna get that hydration, you know. So see the water. This was built by some public workers here, you know. I hear me some of those drills, and on my way here, you saw it took a while. 2 hours, because I took kind of like a longer, not perhaps the longest, because the longest could be more than 3.5 hours. But I took a long route, and You know, I saw a lot of public workers. I spoke a few words, exchanged, and said thank you, keep it up, changing those potholes, aqueducts, potholes, and you know, XYZ. So this is what we do here, and you know, I've been depressed and suicidal, you know, and I encourage you all to work out, train, exercise. I encourage one and all to work out, train, exercise. I encourage one and all to work out, train, exercise, and working out, training, and exercising, yes, has been, is, and shall continue to be my medicine and therapy of choice, you know, is to get that fitness, you know, to get that fitness, fitness and art, and sometimes we need to get that strength and joy, but we have to counterbalance strength, force, with goodness and kindness and love and understanding. And I practice compassion by action, you know, I'm an Aspie, so Asperger's, I practice compassion by action. You know, by action, I like to offer things and more than the philosophical blah blah blah, you know. And like I said, with Asperger's, it's something I've been accepting for the past more than 2 years now. During COVID, I accepted it. And COVID for me was like death, pestilence, and disease. COVID for me was like death, pestilence, and disease. Death, pestilence, and disease. COVID, you know. That's when I had that COVID. It was like February, March 2020. More than 4 years now. And you know, here on this island of Montreal, you know, is something which is like my home in this life and the parallel life, because I believe in, of course, mystic reincarnations, and you know, we gotta get it on that drill, you know. So here we gotta stay to the right side, on the right side, you know. We gotta go to the forest deep, or we gotta go to the forest in and out. So that's where we go, man. We go working out, rock and roll. I'm gonna deep dive in, you know, and play that rainbow, and love to meet some gratitude, and gonna sing a little bit, gonna check that geopolitics, because the geopolitical analysis, of course, which I do on a daily basis, is of course on a constant basis, Asperger's, and makes me that I have interest of obsession. So when you enter the kingdom of the geopolitical arena, you better be well prepared, you know. So you better be well prepared about geopolitics, because that's basically 24/7. Vous faites de la comédie? Un bon appétit? Je vous chante quelque chose? Non? Ah, un a dit oui, non? Pas de rock-and-roll aujourd'hui? L'année prochaine avec Céline. On va venir chanter sur le Mont-Royal, là, mais bon appétit à vous autres. Made a nice smile there, and get it, of course, here, whereas I'm a Quebecer, you know, we speak French. We're going to return to that French, but I invite my brothers and sisters from the USA to come build more dams, Hydro-Quebec dams here with us, and get that defense coast to coast, you know. Get that defense coast to coast. So we got to build the defense coast to coast, you know. The defense coast to coast, like that. You know, ocean to ocean. We got to get that defense, you know. So anyways, I'm going to discuss the North American defense protocols based on my... Something that I love is American football, gridiron, you know. So loving gridiron North American football. Loving gridiron North American football, you know. Loving gridiron North American football is something that I really enjoy. And I really enjoy. So one of my favorite matches of all time, top 3, is of course my 49ers when they lost in the hardball ball. Is the first time that two coaches, opposite coaches, played. Of course, it was that defense. Of course, that won that time was defense. But now 49ers lost that time. But we gotta play that defense. So XYZ. That's what we're gonna do. And of course, some of my protocols for the defense: coast to coast, ocean to ocean, coast to coast, ocean to ocean. This is what it is. So that's what we have here on the coast to coast, and here we get it for those construction workers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors. And back to, of course, geopolitics, because today is part of an ongoing emergency geopolitical Dragonomy initiative protocol, citizen defense protocols that I'm calling for the implementation. And of course, as I've developed many, I've written tens of thousands of pages of geopolitical analysis and theory, and of course defensive theory and citizen integration theory, and my trinity of theories basically, which is fundamentally for the North American civilizational complex first and foremost, because I am a Quebecer, North American Canadian. I'm a Canadian North American Quebecer. I'm a North American Canadian Quebecer, and you know, with Asperger's and retrograde amnesia, retrograde amnesia. I gotta thank those who built this, so I can drink a little bit of that water, hydrate as we go. And I see people working out. It always gives me some pleasure to see people working out a little bit. It is my obsession, so I just gotta wait a little bit for the water to clear because it's hot. So it's super nice. I see people working out, training here, and it's super nice. So as I hydrate now, we're gonna go see the first entrance towards the mountain. And we're gonna try to cut it in deep, you know. So this we're gonna go on the X on the Y, you know. So anyway, so I declared the this week a geopolitical emergency. Drills as you see, hundreds of workout drills in the past, hundreds of workout drills, workout training drills, emergency, you know, because yeah, I have to give you a little bit of context here to go back to 2019, to go back to 2019 when of course I was doing a big geopolitical analysis and theorizing, and like I said, over the past plus 7 years, at least since I got out of being depressed and suicidal, my work has increased exponentially. And of course, to mention that quickly is, of course, I was depressed and suicidal, and I moved from a very moldy place. I got retrograde amnesia. I moved from a moldy place, and if I would have stayed there, I probably would have died. I don't know, it was a lot of trauma, whatever the case may be, or whatever the case may be. So since 2019, I've been in a kind of World War III mode since 2019. So back in 2019 in October, since 2019 in October, anyways, since 2019 in October, when I did a deep geopolitical analysis and theory back in 2019, back then I did a deep, profound geopolitical analysis, and I concluded, of course, that we are headed towards an international conflagration. And so May created a scenario, and my analysis had come to the conclusions that of course we are headed towards an international conflagration. So back in October 2019, just to be clear, and this is super important to understand my work over the past more than about 7 years fully, is that in 2019, October had concluded, based on my geopolitical analysis as an independent geopolitical analyst and theorist, had concluded that humanity, we are again set towards a course, towards the direction of an international conflagration. In other words, a World War III. So kind of since then, I'm in that type of mentality, and consequently, I've created a workout training program system which requires no equipment, which is simple, effective, efficient to do. And what it does, my workout, it increases. My official title is General War Integrated Whole Body Training System, General War Integrated Whole Body Training System, General War Integrated Whole Body Training System. So it requires no equipment. It's meant to increase overall general fitness. So there's no weight. That's what I created to go hand in hand with this scenario. Since then, I created more. I did myself personally. I have proof of work. I lost more than 77 pounds. I did about 372 more than that. on my own workout training program system, right? The more workout training system, you know, my workout training program system. So I've concluded back then that we are an international conflagration, and back then, of course, I've kind of been in that mode ever since then. So yours truly I've done that workout, and I've created it, and I put it online, and I created online on YouTube, and since then, of course, that's what I've been doing, and I've been doing for years. Geopolitical analysis, you know. Geopolitical analysis as an analyst and theorist. So back then, that's what I had concluded. That's what was my conclusion. So based on my conclusion that humanity is set, of course, there's an international conflagration. That's what I did. I created a workout system to go hand in hand with a scenario. To go hand in hand with such a scenario. Right? So since then, I've been doing it online on Facebook. And I'm a geopolitical analyst and theorist. And today's video, being of course dedicated to the greatest woman I know. If I make $1 million, I'm going to give her $500 million, I'm going to give her $500 billion, I'm going to give her half. Is of course made to go hand in hand with that scenario. And furthermore, since there's not a conclusion with what's happening now. Because as you saw last weekend, we saw that China simulated a 2-day. They called it Operation Joint Sword, right? So they had doing an operation, military training operation simulation of an invasion of Taiwan, which is officially known as the Republic of China, while mainland China is known as the People's Republic of China. So now you enter the realms of geopolitics, and I'm not going to stop because this is my domain, my kingdom. You know, this is what I know. Dancing is my favorite sport, you know, Asperger's and geopolitics. And that's what I know. And whatever I say, at the end of the day, I'm a Quebecer, you know, I'm a Canadian, North American, that's all I really know. The rest I don't really know because I never really traveled except this island. So I'm a North American, Quebecer, Canadian. That's why you gotta understand as well. So no matter what I say and do, the analysis can be very profound. At the end of the day, all my theories, protocols, and initiatives, we're gonna go through here. See, we like to go inside. There, you know, that's why we like to go inside. That's why we like to go inside. You know, so that's why we like to go inside here in the forest. So at the end of the day, once again, whatever I say, at the end of the day, my theories, propositions are for the North American civilizational complex, the collective North American civilizational complex, the North American civilizational complex. Basically, North America, which has a philosopher I call a civilizational complex, right? As a philosopher, right? So take this into regard, because at the end of the day, I take a very neutral perspective on non-NATO aligned, NATO, North American, first and foremost, centric policies. But yes, don't misunderstand me. I am a world peace advocate and a world citizen. I can be a world citizen. I have a universal heart, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty much Quebecer, North American, Canadian. You know, try to be free. Freedom. I got it tattooed, but it's freedom is something new, you know. And freedom, very few of us, myself included, I'm working on it, work in progress. Very few of us are entitled or can actually fight in the cause of freedom. Freedom has to be ensured, secured. And liberty got to come without you got food, housing, and shelter. You got the minimums, you got food, housing, shelter. Well, I don't need much, me. And give some charity. What is money? Money is to buy, sell. Wall Street, don't be so selfish, billionaires. Let some people work, do some work, charity. Pain, public-private partners. We need to mass finance. Fitness, anyways. But today, and yesterday, and all this week is going to be in terms of the meditations about the most recent geopolitical events, of which is the simulation of the invasion of Taiwan by the People's Republic of China. Right, by the People's Republic of China. So they had simulated and invaded that. They had simulated and invaded. an invasion they simulated, right? So that's a major geopolitical event. Because whether we like it or not, China's a superpower, and they allied with Russia. Because this last month, Putin and Russia, they went and they had some conversations together, and they solidified, and they clearly believe that they together have ended, and this has to be understood in policies as a North Americans, Canadians, Quebecers, as Quebecers, Canadian North Americans, with my interests here in Montreal, Hawk Island, and my room off St. Temple, which sometimes is dirty, but I get back clean, and I had to shovel my toilet here, and and I appreciate where I am is better than where I used to live. Where I used to live is lots of mold, and who knows what kind of lifestyle I lived, and in the past years I just live very fit. I made friends, I lost friends, Asperger's, I kept only a few, so, but like in freedom, only a few of us, myself not there yet, to fight in the cause of freedom, because freedom needs to be insured, it's something new under the sun, Mr. Solomon. Freedom is something new under the sun, Mr. Solomon. Freedom is new under the sun, Mr. Solomon, and it needs to be secured. And anyway, so geopolitics is my kingdom, my realm, and like you discuss, if you're going to discuss about China, you best know a little bit about the governance of China. So in order to understand China today, of Xi Jinping, we have to understand, of course, the governance of China. Whatever I say, blah, blah, at the end of the day, the People's Liberation Army in China is Xi Jinping. They're going to defend their interests. So it's none of my business really what that they do. My business is really here, coast to coast, ocean to ocean, in Montreal, this mountain, my second home. Try not to pollute. But whatever I say, at the end of the day, they're going to build what they want to build, which is their socialism with Chinese characteristics, or what they call socialism with Chinese characteristics, what they call, of course, socialism with Chinese characteristics, right? That's what they have in mind. That's what their perspective is, and that's what their ideology, philosophy is. Right, just like my theories are for the North American civilizational complex, the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, for a public-private partnership, because fundamentally my theories are for a public-private partnership, a PPP fundamentally, so that gives me joy, so I see people holding hands and kissing and hugging, that's why we put on uniforms, to defend, people for some LOV in the free world, People making that love in the free world, man. So I gotta discuss it, right, Anyway, so that's what we gotta do. We gotta do that discussion, and we gotta do it on the we gotta do it on the discussion, and we gotta get a little bit of hydration here. Yeah, I'm sipping from it's actually drinkable water, but it's a bit hard to drink here. Yeah. Anyways, man. So whatever I say at the end of the day, I got the interest here, At the end of the day, my interests are based here, right? Interest in Montreal, Canada, Quebec. The rest, I don't know. I never lived there. I never lived in other countries. I just know from what I read, right? But to understand People's Republic of China today, you have to read and understand the governance of China. Just like you, attention à l'odeur automobile. Anyways, so to understand it, you have to study the governance of China. You have to study that, read that. If you don't read that, you will not have an understanding of their perspective, from their point of view. Me, coast to coast here, mountain, piece of dust. Loving when I see some lovers here, and some lovers here, some lovers, and people making out, people hugging, kissing. You can kiss, you can hug, you know. I sing that rock and roll for the butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, and grocery store clerks. University, Waterloo, what's happening? Rainbow Dragon rock and roll. How that graduation? I graduated People's Doctor, and myself, I graduated with that People's Doctor, and I presented my thesis, The Privilege of Civilization, back in 2023. That was my thesis. The Privilege of Civilization. Anyways, I love me. Somebody is great. Look at that. And now I'm just gonna interject another story, and because this reminds me of Banff, and I'm gonna say a story now. I'm gonna say a story now about my traveling, when I traveled across Canada coast to coast. So back in 2017. See, an aspy thing is I was just now focused on those numbers there and the seating capacity 56, the seating capacity 56, the seating capacity 56. So some Aspies with Asperger's, we might have those. That's why sometimes we fix things and objects. And sometimes we might look too long at people. So those are symptoms. You know, there's Asperger's symptoms, right? So we might look too long and we might be obsessed about certain things. Anyways, but I love it here, you know, so it's LOV, and you know, my brothers and sisters gonna get it on the X, on the Y, on the Z, and gotta get it for the butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, and you know, for the youth, I gotta salute the youth, because like I say, one of my protocols, if for the Canadian Armed Forces, NORAD, NATO forces, troops, go NATO, signal rock and roll for our NATO troops, firefighters, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, 24/7, man. So anyways, if you're gonna put on a uniform, I say that it has to be some protocols to change some children's diapers or read some books, you know, because that's where national defense should start, you know, with the children in the daycare, man. We are gonna put in a uniform to defend some. So my loving citizen Bill Blair, Minister of National Defense, I would love it to be a little bit of the troops to order to do that once before they put on the uniform, you know. Putting on a uniform doesn't make anybody entitled to fighting the cause of freedom, that's for sure. Putting on a uniform. Look at that hawk, HAWK with the wings spread. I play that rock and roll, you know I said it. There we go, up in the lid, that's the hawk up in the hawk. That's the hawk up in the sky. That's that period till I lie. By the law, till I enter this mountain. Anyway, so that's what we do, you know. We just do, and just do blah blah blah. Sometimes doing, you know, parallels philosophical, but anyways, back to before I digressed, and I'm a little bit all over the place. Blah blah blah. I give you some hugging, blah blah blah. Temper criticism by gratitude. Temper criticism by gratitude. Blah blah. Temper criticism by gratitude and blah blah. Grateful, thankful. Now my rent's paid, electricity bill's paid, got food and coffee, and grateful, thankful that my rent's paid, electricity bill's paid, got food and coffee. Grateful, thankful that my electricity bill's paid, got paid my rent, electricity bill's paid my rent, got food and coffee. So paid my rent, paid my electricity bill, got food and coffee, paid my rent, paid my electricity bill, you know, so paid my rent, paid my electricity bill, got food and coffee, got food and coffee. Got food and coffee, got food and coffee, paid my rent, paid my electricity bill, got food, and coffee, you know. So we gotta get it on the drill. So Bill Blair, you gotta put on the defense. Well, you gotta put on the defense. Your national defense starts in the daycares. Help me publish some of my children's books. Help me publish some of my children's books. Support me, help me find some of my children's books. And that's where we go for the drill. And you know, that's how we go, and that's how we do it, you know. So gotta take X and Y and Z. So it is on the go. It is on the now, and it's always gratitude, you know. Grateful, thankful. Rent paid, electricity bills paid, encouraging all to work out, train, exercise, and calling Bill Blair to, of course, go change some diapers, along with the national defense, yeah, along with the national defense, you know. So that's what it is, and we gotta get it on the go. So as we go on the mountain, on the road, rock and roll, and children are happy and joyous. Gotta be safe and secure, and securing liberty, you know, here in North American. And today, geopolitics, 24/7. Dancing is my favorite sport. Those are my obsessions. Dancing, geopolitical analysis, theory. So I go in the mountain, and here I can cleanse myself, you know, because in the forest, on the mountain, the air is fresher. And it took me a while to get here, so by the time I got here, I inhaled some CO2s. When I go back, I'm going to inhale some more. So here I can cleanse myself. If I want to help somebody else clean, well, I got to cleanse myself first. So if I want to help somebody else, well, I got to cleanse myself first, you know. So I got to cleanse myself first. So that's how I do, you know. It's a doing thing. It requires philosophy, and it requires doing. Got to be balance, you know. So we cannot base everything on strength, force, military security. Got to be love, and liberty with it, and a little bit joy, you know. So whatever I say about China, whether pro, left, right, center, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter in the geopolitical arena, because Xi Jinping had done an alliance with Putin. And they had clearly stated to the world is that they together have ended the hegemony of the United States. Now that could be argued left, right, and center. That could be argued yes, maybe not. But and whatever I believe, it's not really relevant. You just ask policy, and everything I gotta just ask policy. In everything I just have a just ask policy. But regardless, Xi Jinping and his government, they have only one political party, the Chinese Communist Party, led to power by Mao Zedong. Just like my vision is for a public-private partnership, a democratic republicanism, a centrism, universal revolutionary centrism, because my centrism, which I call universal revolutionary from a North American perspective, as a North American Canadian Quebecer, who many past lives, many incarnations, both times was born in the USA, both times post-1776, between 1776 and 1984, was born twice in the USA, twice, with a third in between, so, but twice I served in the United States Army, between 1776 and 1984 February, was born twice in the USA, United States Army, post 1776, 3 times, but both times served in the United States Army, so, once I was a woman and twice a man, served in the US Army. Anyways, my reincarnations, I'm born here on this island or whatever it is. Today is the May May 29, marching, thinking about everything that's happening now across North America. The firefighters, LOV, love firefighters, love butchers, love bakers, love nurses, love doctors, love grocery store clerks, love nurses, love doctors, love butchers, love bakers, love grocery store clerks, love nurses, love doctors, love butchers, love bakers, love grocery store clerks, love bakers, love doctors, love butchers, love nurses, love the doctors, love the bakers, love the doctors, love the butchers, love the bakers, love the grocery store clerks. And see, now I got a scratch. I'm itchy, so it's like an itchiness, which of course I get the itchiness, so that's what it is, so I get it to get on the itchy, man, so that's what it is, 24/7, so we gotta get that rainbow rock and roll, and we gotta get it with it, so that's what it is right here and right now. So we gotta get that joy with strength and with vigor and a little bit of love and understanding on the mountain, and we gotta get it on the go on the now. So it's always 24. So look at those beautiful mushrooms. I don't know if they're edible, but I will take a picture. I will not take the opportunity, but I will smell this beautiful flower here. But this smells so good. You're not allowed to touch it. Has a nice smell. It's 156, exactly 156. Wow, what a beautiful flower. Actually, to be honest, it smells like semen. But anyways, gotta get it on the X, on the Y, and on the Z. Gonna take a little bit of those pictures of those mushrooms, man. I don't know if they're edible, because I'm not that much of a connoisseur of mushrooms. I have food at home, so I don't really need. So I got food at home, so I do not really need, right? But anyways, if I would need, it would be, of course, XYZ. So that's what it is for the X, for the Y, for the Z. So Geopolitiks 24/7. I predicted what's happening now, and right back to China now. Of course, they did a drill. And their drill was a major event escalation in the Taiwan, China, or the People's Republic of China, because both are Chinas. They're called China officially, but one's Republic of China, the island of Taiwan, the Taiwanese island, and mainland China is the People's Republic of China. So their drills was an encirclement of Taiwan. Their drills was an encirclement of Taiwan. So that's what it is, and that's why we get it on the X. And whatever I say, Xi Jinping's, they have their interest. They built mega cities, mega infrastructure. They developed, and they're building, and they have been successful in the past 44 years with the opening up to do a lot of export-based economy, of course. And they become mass producers of pork and chicken and potatoes and lots of food. They grew their crops major, population grew, and they built a lot of mega cities and infrastructure and satellites and science development and smart tech as well. Whatever the case may be, XYZ, you're going to say about that. At the end of the day, what matters is that the Xi Jinping's Communist Party, they are building what they call socialism with Chinese characteristics, or paradoxical thing that you can find in the governance of China is what they're striving, and they're aiming to create a spiritual socialist civilization, a spiritual socialist civilization. So just like I want harmony, balance, equilibrium, a public-private partnership, a dragonomy, integrated citizen, integrated public service and service and security and defense only, like that. Hardball ball in San Francisco my Niners got defeated by the Ravens. It takes defense, coast to coast, that's what I'm for, defense, coast to coast, ocean to ocean, so I make that football analogy because that's my defensive capabilities, to get defense and citizen integrated in defense, citizen integrated in defense, citizen integrated in defense, so that's major escalation point, and China has developed over the past 44 years tremendously, I gotta say. And wow, in terms of what I see as infrastructure, wow is a mega city, and wow in their big ports and big airports, and what in terms of the infrastructure, not as communist socialist ideology, don't misunderstand me, just because I have a dream for North American infrastructure rebuilding, so I want the North American infrastructure bigger, stronger for North America. Just like Xi Jinping wants, wills, and his doctrines, guys build there, and they're continuing to building their spiritual socialist civilization as it is. But anyways, we have to take positions as nation states and XYZ, and they're coalesced. Of course, they're made the big coalition, the Russia-China coalition, and they have clearly stated that they believe that they have now, today, ended the hegemony of the United States domination of the international system of affairs, of business, of politics, the dominance of the USA opposed to Soviet collapse. Suppose the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, which of course lasted more than 70 years, as the Cold War lasted more than 44 years. The Cold War lasted more than 44 years. The Cold War lasted more than 44 years, right? The Cold War lasted more than 44 years, right? So that's another point of thing. And where we build all those ICBM rockets and nukes and warheads, and now we got AI, and in a parallel life, I'm a super scientist. I design, build satellites, supercomputers, ICBM rockets, microchips. In a parallel life, I'm also ASPE, so in that parallel life, science, physics is my obsession. I'm a hybrid of Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. I'm a hybrid of Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and Bill Gates. I'm a hybrid of Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and of course, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and of course, a hybrid of Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Mark Zuckerberg. In that parallel life. In this life, I'm a geopolitical analyst and theorist, artist, athlete, philosopher who has obsessions. Main obsessions is sports. Dancing is my favorite sport, but sports, fitness 24/7. Dancing is my favorite sport. Geopolitics as an independent geopolitical analyst and theorist. This is artist. Got that obsession about rock and roll and a little bit of public hygiene, open carry my disinfectant, and always guys for the farmers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks. On this mountain, here's my joy. I love coming here and exercising, and I love to see people coming here and exercising and loving and getting me some of that LOV and some of that drill, and we gotta be mindful. So see, now I gotta itchy again. I gotta look so that there's nobody when I scratch, because I have a little on my androgynous. I discussed it before, but it just itches from time to time. I just get these itches, I've been having, it's like a scar, but I have to wait because I'm waiting for a doctor for years now during COVID. I got triple vaccinated, and I've been prescribed a cream. Maybe I'm going to start applying it as soon as possible. Financially I'm stressed. That's all I got. But I got like a scar, like psoriasis. I think it's psoriasis. So it's not really a cure for that. It itches sometimes. It's a discoloration that I live with at the root base of my androgynous clit dick androgynous rocket. Sometimes it's functional. No need to spy on me, China, Russia. I like my BDSM switch. I'm rainbow. I like my BDSM switch, and I got that rainbow. No need to spy on me, either Russia or China, and marching on this geopolitical emergency, doing meditation, everything that's happening now about the truckers on the road transporting the goods, firefighters, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, and grocery store clerks, all involved in the production and the distribution of food, My brothers and sisters in the USA, discriminated Quebec, Canadian, was born and passed twice in the USA, served both times in the past life in the US Army, was born as a woman, as a man twice, many past lives, many incarnations. Today we got to get that coast to coast, build more satellites, public-private partnership, and help support build here the House of the Dragon, simple, austere, severe, a pyramid. All I need is a pyramid. All I need, pyramid here. A pyramid is 3 rooms, sleeping quarters, a room to sleep in, cook and bathe here. Forgotten Goddess Temple for activities such as full moon, dream interpretation, whatever have you, dream interpretation, full moon activities, new moon, equinoxes. Forgotten Goddess Temple, 7-story side with a pyramid, scarlet is that red, crimson, red, scarlet. House of the Dragon pyramid. All I need is right here. So we're gonna come do a little boxing today. Do a little boxing later on after we switch to that French. I just gotta stretch a little bit with the rock here. This is a nice rock to work out with, and I like to stretch with it. That's it. That's for that rock, man. You know, we got that rock. So here a scarlet. Pyramid. So that's what it is. That's what I want, a pyramid. Pyramid scarlet and forgotten goddess house. Temple. 7 stories with a circle. And gotta get it for that go. Gotta get it for that now. And got that forgotten goddess temple. And gotta build that house of the dragon, you know. So anyways, I cannot stress enough the importance of regular physical exercise. And you know, I work out a lot, and I have been in what we'll call Let's Go NFL. You know, I love that gridiron American football and Lakers and Miami Heat, NFL. I love women's sports. I would finance women's sports. What is that? What is that? Is that a hawk? I don't know if it's that visible on this. Oh, I think it's flying. See, woo! Not sure. Sometimes the hawks come in and like catch it. Maybe. I caught a hawk the other day. It was right there close by, but it wasn't really that, I would say, friendly, but it was kind of maybe inspecting me a little bit. So anyways, that's what it is. So that's what it is. So that's what we gotta get doing, you know. So we gotta get it on the go. We gotta get it on the now. So we gotta get it on the X and on the Y. So we gotta get it on the lovers, for the birds, for the butchers, for the bakers, for the nurses, for the doctors, and those firefighters, and gotta get it on that drill, you know. So sometimes we gotta just get it on the road with it, you know, and we gotta just start anew sometimes, you know. And to my brothers and sisters who are, you know, incarcerated across North America, losing your freedom, you know, it's something that's maybe a deep thing, you know, because freedom is a double-edged sword, you know. Freedom is a double-edged sword, you know. To be free here in North America, you know, to be free is gotta get that drill, you know. So gotta get that drill, you know, so you gotta get it on. I mean, who knows, eh? And some things still gotta stay old school. Old school, new school, old school, new school. You know, not all things old school are bad or bad. You know, I play that rainbow, but hey, you know, we gotta have a dialogue. Gotta get that centrism sometimes. You know, push-ups still work. The nature, sun is still king. You know, that's old school from ancient Egypt today. I mean, ancient 42, 45. Maybe he sees all, who knows goddess. I say goddess, Geopolitiks, and I pray that Allah to Lima, I want to be Telemite, and you know, that's, I want to keep it simple. In Hampton, where my Papa Crowley is in Hampton, Papa Crowley in Hampton over there, send a little bit of me in City of the Pyramids, in Montreal here, and in Hampton, New Jersey, there, close to my Papa Crowley, Alistair Crowley, whatever the case may be. Back to Geopolitiks, 24/7 emergency march, meditating now, everything that's happening coast to coast. And as I'm marching now, there could be, when I get back home, I'm going to see that, of course, People's Republic of China, the PLA has invaded Taiwan. It's possible. Hey, listen, it's possible. No matter what I say, what I do, of course, at the end of the day, it's possibilities that might happen, occur in any given moment. But that's the possibility of where we live today, and of course, what I have predicted. What I predicted back in 2019, of course, is an international conflagration of an enormous proportion. What is that written? Of an international proportion, and we got to get it on that drill, you know. So you got to get drills, man. You got to get drills. Get that Steel Farm defense, offense. So we gotta get it on that X, on the Y, and the Z. So somebody's gotta get to that song, man. Gotta go hydrate. Hydrate, man. Playing some of that good music. I think that's a little bit of rock and roll. I can detect sometimes the lyrics, but sometimes just the music speaks to me. You know, I love music. I dance. I know music. I know music. I know music, and I know music. I know music. You know, so that's what I gotta get it for that drill, for that now, man. So whatever I say, at the end of the day, Xi Jinping's China will continue to build their socialism with Chinese characteristics. Also, so what they call paradoxically spiritual socialist civilization. Now, however, that is translated, and for my understanding as a North American, who's an Aspie, who loves dancing, who loves women's sports, who loves ballet, who loves geopolitics, who's crazy about sweets, who's crazy about building the Forgotten Goddess Temple, who wants to give millions billions to my anonymous sister friend, my anonymous sister friend, my anonymous sister friend, and a sister friend. Anyways, and likes to matchmake and see people making out and working out and training. And you know, I'm intense. Asperger's. It's when I work out, when I march, when I do push-ups, when I work out, I'm intense. You know, so I know. And sports fitness, I've lost 77 pounds, and in my workout training, when I rock and roll with it, I'm the best rock and roll. But you know, I'm only play defense. I fight my own battles, and I want to go in and fight Tyson Fury, Usyk. I really want to give some millions to my anonymous sister friends. So I'm restarting the Dragon versus Fury, Dragon versus Usyk. You know, I'm willing to get in the ring. I'm willing to get in the ring, man. Wow, maybe not with Donald Trump, but I wear rainbow shorts, man. I like to wear some rainbow shorts, man. You know, so love me some of that red, and gotta get it for DX, and we gotta go get the hydration, man. Gotta get it for that job, man. You know, gotta get it for that job, man. You know, so this is my work really with the laptop, and that's what I do under the work here. See, respect. No, I should have translated that. That should have been a translation. Anyways, you bring me the translation. I'm willing to put them because I'm a Quebecer. I speak French, man. I could do the volunteering. For example, inside there, because some people don't know it's a plantation. So. I see that's the hawk. Just gonna go hydrate, but I'll go get the. Just every time I come here, I just meditate about everything that's happening in North America, about the nurses, the butchers, the doctors, the grocery store clerks, and we're gonna go hydrate, man. I really like how you did your hair.
Thanks, man.
I really love it. Can I take a look? Wow, that's freaking cool.
Normally, I only have one bread.
Ouais.
But this morning, my little daughter said, I want to have princess hair like daddy.
Hey, c'est beau quand même, je trouve.
Ah, merci.
J'aime bien ça. Ça fait penser à, je sais pas, quelque chose de tribal, genre.
Ouais, ben, dans le fond, j'ai changé de religion. Je suis devenu païen sacré en fait 3 ans. Ou mieux connu sous le nom de Viking, si tu veux, là, un peu. Là, ouais. C'est comme retourner vers les vieilles traditions. Et tu sais ça, j'ai commencé à me pousser la barbe, les cheveux, tranquillement. Vois-tu, ça fait 1 an que je laisse pousser les cheveux.
Comme les Romains, là, l'empire, le culte de Bacchus.
Non, vraiment comme.
Diane, la déesse, tout ça, là?
Non, je faisais vraiment plus orienté vers vraiment norvégien, ça de même.
Ok. Ouais.
Vois-tu, c'est ça. Ça fait 1 an que je laisse pousser, puis avant j'avais les cheveux comme coco.
Je trouve ça vraiment beau. Je trouve ça, comment tu les as fait, les deux ensemble, ça fait une symétrie, genre.
Ouais.
Une symétrie, c'est pour ça que c'est symétrique, je trouve ça beau, la symétrie dedans, là, c'est comme.
Vois-tu, hier, j'en avais 2.
Ouais.
Mais on avait comme fait fusionner à la fin pour que ça en fasse rien qu'une.
Ouais.
Fait que non, mais merci, j'apprécie.
J'ai l'Asperger's, hein. Je sais pas c'est quoi l'Asperger's?
Ça me dit quoi, t'as peu.
C'est une condition neurodiverse, là. Puis des fois je fais des gestes où je répète. Il faut que tu me dises de.
Ah, y a pas ça.
Parce que si je commence à parler, je suis pas conscient des fois, tu sais.
Ah, mais pas ça, c'est juste
Ouais.
moi, j'attends. D'abord, je suis sergent pour les Forces armées canadiennes, puis on est
salut.
venu courir avec notre gang. Mais vu que c'est moi le plus haut gradé, je suis comme en charge de toute mon équipe.
Hey, moi, je vous
Puis,
aime.
j'attends la moitié de mon peloton qui n'est pas arrivé encore.
Let's go le plateau, on va leur chanter du rock'n'roll de côte à côte pour la défense de l'Amérique du Nord, mon sergent.
Comme ça, mais tu sais, avant de rentrer dans les forces, j'étudiais pour devenir policier à Québec.
Ah ouais?
C'est pour ça que je dis oui, je suis habitué de. tu sais, on
Ah,
veut pas-
Nicolas, j'ai pas passé mon examen, j'ai trébuché, j'ai tombé sur la guitare à la place.
Moi, je chante du rock'n'roll. là.
C'est correct.
Ah ouais, mais je te félicite.
Merci.
Puis,
Ça va faire quoi, 17 ans en décembre que je fais ça déjà?
wow. Félicitations. Puis moi, je vous aime chez nous dans ma grotte, là, les forces armées. On a besoin. Je suis un analyste et théoricien en géopolitique.
Ok, cool.
Ouais, indépendant, par exemple. Puis, tu sais qu'est-ce qui se passe maintenant dans le monde? Je l'avais prévu en 2019.
Ben, je veux dire.
J'ai prévu qu'est-ce qui se passe.
C'était prévisible, on s'entend. Oh, en voilà 2 autres.
OK. Ton Platon qui est là.
Ouais, 2 autres, là. L'aspirante de marine et un incur.
OK. Il faut des fois avec la force.
Vous
Là.
êtes là, là? Ouais.
T'as même pas pris le tour, toi?
10, 11. Eh, moi, faut que je fasse ça, vous arrivez tout à bon port. Moi, je l'ai dépassé en flèche, je m'avais jamais vu.
Je crois que t'as réussi là.
Ah ouais, go! Cool! À mi-parcours, hein?
En tout cas, moi je suis là. Le dragon arc-en-ciel à ton service. Continue, lâche pas, puis
Thanks. Let's go, Fern!
on vous aime.
Real Fern. The Fern factor. This guy has 53.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Ouais, c'est ça, il a 53. Il a commencé son service il y a peut-être une douzaine d'années. Un gars qui arrive des Philippines.
OK.
Il parlait pas un mot français, pas un mot anglais, il y a 12 ans.
OK.
Mais non, vois-tu, j'en ai un autre. Ben, tu l'as manqué, il est déjà pas tassé, mais on a
Faites bien.
Private Kumar, un gars qui est arrivé d'Inde il y a 4-5 ans aussi. Non, c'est. On fait ce qu'on peut maintenant. Là.
De côte à côte.
Ouais.
Il faut s'intégrer avec nos cousins des États-Unis. Il faut faire. NORAD. You know what NORAD is? C'est quoi le NORAD?
Oui,
Le NORAD.
je suis plus ou moins d'accord, là, les Américains.
C'est nos cousins, vous veux pas.
Ouais, mais tu sais, ils sont
Ah,
un peu trop extrémistes à mon goût des fois.
Certains oui, certains non. Peut-être. Plus que d'autres, tu sais.
Let's go, Rupesh.
Alright.
What's wrong, man?
Mettre un uniforme, mon chum, ça met personne à mettre un uniforme, là. Ça fait personne digne de se battre pour la liberté, par exemple. Hein.
Oui, mais vois-tu, moi je suis rentré.
Il y en a vraiment peu qui le sont vraiment, là.
Moi je suis rentré en 2007, en plein Afghanistan.
Hey.
J'avais 16 ans quand je me suis enrôlé. En fait.
Ouais, good man. Moi, je vous aime, puis je vous apprécie, puis
Ça fait plaisir.
je fais du rock'n'roll pour vous autres. I do that rock'n'roll for you 24/7, mais faut le dire aussi que c'est mettre un uniforme, puis c'est.
Ouais.
Ça veut pas dire que t'es là pour te battre pour la liberté, c'est nouveau. Hein. C'est
Ouais,
tout nouveau, ça, chum, la liberté. là.
Maintenant, c'est pas mal tous des gens qui se battent pour leurs propres convictions. Tu sais, c'est beaucoup des opportunistes maintenant dans l'armée. Hein.
Moi, je sais pas, je sais juste que, tu sais, mettre un uniforme, ça rend personne digne de se battre pour la liberté. Parce que c'est nouveau, tu sais. Moi aussi, j'y travaille, tu sais, en tant qu'Asperger, tout ça. Anyways, j'ai créé un système d'entraînement physique en 2019 qui ne requiert aucun équipement, là. Puis, j'arrête de le faire. Anyways, get ready for the rock and roll! Là.
T'en as-tu, mais 2 jours moyens? Il m'en manque.
T'as-tu vu les éperviers dans le ciel?
Non, pas encore. Je suis plus focusé sur la route, elle tourne, j'ai tout mon monde.
En tout cas,
Bonne journée, hein?
je prends pas d'ordre, là. Tant que tu viens faire 3 heures avec moi dans.
Ouais, je travaille, aujourd'hui c'est exceptionnel qu'on va courir ici, on est loin de ça.
M'a te grader encore plus. Tu viens avec moi un moment donné faire le rock'n'roll. On fait le tour 7 fois de la montagne. Là, je vais te saluer puis dire sergent, oui! En autant là, je te dégrade, mon citoyen. Dragon Zéro à ton service. Ciao, ciao. Hey, fais l'amour ce soir.
Moi, c'est. Ma conjointe
Moi, je serai le général des armées du Canada. Je dis, les gars, n'oubliez pas, là, quand je vous vois demain matin, le soir, quand vous êtes là chez nous, faites l'amour dans le monde libre. C'est pour ça qu'on se bat pour les enfants, pour nos enfants qui sont ici, et tout ça.
Ouais.
C'est pour ça qu'on met un uniforme. That's why we put a uniform. First and foremost for the children and for the 40 million. Pour les 40 millions de côte à côte, chum. Hey, love you, man.
Yeah, love you, man.
Love you back! Yeah, man. So that was a fellow from the Canadian Armed Forces, and I gotta get that love for our troops. Gotta salute. Gotta get that fitness, man. And he's got kids, and we spoke a little bit of that French, and I gotta get that love, man. That's that love in 24/7, and gotta get a little bit of that love, and I get that rainbow love, and that's what it is with me 24/7. Gotta get that hydration, man. Gotta get hydration. Oh yeah. Anyways, man, so I gotta send a little bit of that LOV, so we're gonna go up. So what I discussed with my fellow citizens, he's in Canadian Armed Forces, gotta salute Bill Blair, gotta change some of those diapers, and gotta get it for that love, man, so gotta salute our troops, go with that NATO Nord, our Dragon Army. Gotta get that overtime every time, man. So, see here, get a piece of history, man. If you look above there, that's a piece of history. History right there, man. Some are beautiful made, but I don't know exactly what they are. I think there's a mouse, and that's Zach. So this is the development. This is the development. This is the development. This is the development right there. Look at that. That's all the development from the beginning. I think that's Jacques Cartier, but I'm not sure. So you can check all the pictures. It's all like the history of Quebec, If you look around, very nice. Very nice, actually. They're beautiful. Very nice, man. I like how they are. I don't have a place to put them, but nonetheless, they're nice, So you gotta get on that drill, man. Oh yeah, loving me some sun, and people here are doing a little bit of loving and dancing. It's always good, and I always like it, and I see people coming here and get a little of that joy, man. See, this is why I want to get a little bit of that rainbow right here. See, play it here, right? Rainbow, whatever the case may be. Build more satellites. Gotta build satellites, interceptors, coast to coast, ocean to ocean, and saluting our troops for that national defense and saluting the youth, man. The youth is on that there, man. And that's all we gotta get for that X, for that X, for that X, for that X. We gotta get for that X, So we gotta go for that coast to coast, ocean to ocean, and we gotta get it on that out of the Schmeisterik, Gotta get it on the natural, see, natural. See, this is what it is, see? Wow, natural, man. This is what it is right here. Children dancing, having some fun for the youth. Future of the troops. Futures of the troops. Futures of the troops, man. Look at that. Let's gotta send some LOV to the firefighters, butchers, bakers that you see. For the nurses and the doctors, for the truckers, rock and roll. For the truckers and the lovers and those firefighters up and go. We gon' switch to that French, cause we in La Belle Province. We gon' box and love and see for the mountains up and see. And we gotta switch it to that French, cause we in La Belle Province. Now we're gonna switch it a little bit to that rock and roll now, French from La Belle Province. Let's get ready, rock and roll 24/7. What time it is? Quelle heure? I don't know what time it is, man. Okay, 106, ready.
One more song for the butchers, for the bakers, for the nurses, for the doctors, for the truckers, for those firefighters. I've been here in Montreal, you see, for the French and English sea, for the road and for those other. Open up some helicopters, giving me some motor choppers, for those firefighters and the nurses and the doctors and the butchers and the bakers and those building those skyscrapers. Hey, construction workers, we gotta love them, gotta sing them rock and roll, gotta sing it on the road, gotta sing it before we go, gotta sing it up we do, gotta sing it for the flow, gotta sing it for the no, gotta sing it for we sure, gotta sing it for the dough, gotta sing it for the low, gotta sing it for the roads, for the truckers and the bakers and the butchers and bakers and the nurses and doctors, grocery store clerks, firefighters, I salute, we gon' love them up our troops, firefighters, I salute, we gon' love them up our troops, firefighters, I salute. We gon' loving up our troops, firefighters, I salute. We gon' loving up our troops, for we salute. Firefighters, those butchers, those bakers, those nurses, those doctors, those grocery store clerks, and those lovers for the doctors. For the firefighters, for those butchers. Hey, nurses, gotta change us some diapers up in daycare's rock and roll. For the road up in the clean, for the go up in the sheen. For the firefighters, butchers, that's machine. For the road up in construction, for the changing of those aqueducts. We're gonna love it when it's switching. For that belle province, you see it. For that belle province, you sing it. For that belle province, we sing it. For that French, we put it like bilingual, like selling it. What time is it now? Okay, a little bit more of that French, man. French and English. I think a little bit of those pictures, and we're gonna get it for those pictures where they are for the children, and we're gonna get it for the lovers. And ready? Let's get it now. For that French and rock and roll, what time is it for to go? Ready for that rock and roll, up in the road, up in the go. For the children dancing show. Hey, bienvenue, on est déjà sur le Mont-Royal, puis les jeunes qui dansent, puis ils dansent, puis ils chantent, puis ça danse, puis ça joue les enfants ensemble. Pour les fermiers, les infirmières, regarde les bouchers, puis les rivières, les ponts, merci les travailleurs publics qui ont bâti les ponts de chez nous, les centrales d'Hydro-Québec, on vous chante, on vous danse, puis on va de retour avec sa danse, bienvenue dans la belle province, les enfants qui jouent, ben regarde, que ça fasse, puis ça danse, puis il y a des bâtiments, des gratte-ciels, ça ouvre, des montagnes, ça ouvre, il faut que je passe la balance, hey. Il faut que je passe la balance, puis les infirmières, puis ça bouge. Hey. Les infirmières dans les bouchers, dans les boucheries, les pompiers qui plombent dans les machines, ben c'est comme un rapace, puis on est sur la montagne du Mont-Royal. Du Mont-Royal, que je vous fasse. Du bon chemin, ça fasse, du bon chemin, ça fasse. Et ça fasse, puis ça passe. Deux, hey, comme un loup, ça danse. Des éperviers, puis ça danse dans la transe. Il faut qu'on s'hydrate. Québécois et Québécoises, la construction, mais les infirmières, les plombiers, ça fasse puis ça mange. De la danse. Puis un peu, sans gêne, bouge les jambes. Une belle... de retour sur la montagne, vous savez, c'est comme chez nous. Il y en a qui dansent, ils se créent des loups, bisous, bisous. Avec les pompes et les cannes, je voudrais savoir, s'il vous plaît, si vous ne parlez pas d'amour, de la renaissance, de la défense, sécurité, service, de côte à côte. La balance, les travailleurs publics, les aqueducs. Ça change les aqueducs. Ça change de ça danse tout ensemble. Et que ça fasse, pour chez nous. Un autre allié de la gauche, ben les Canadiens sont pas en série. Fait qu'il y en a qui sont turbulents par ici. Ils turbulent, ça curbute. Ben chez nous, ben ça fasse la boucherie. Ça fasse du pain, du fromage, bille, des téléphones intelligents, des satellites, j'en veux moi ça. Envoie-moi par un, par deux, par le 3, puis par le 4. Par chez nous, de la belle province, 1, 2, 3, 4, en arrière. Par en avance, ça danse. Et un peu de la boxe. La boxe, ça joue ensemble, ça danse. Les mains dans les airs, le Québécois, Québécoise, je veux des savoir si vous ne parlez pas d'amour. Ah oui, partout, hey, les corbeilles, les corneaux, le miel, ça coule. De la même province, on avait un détour du vin et du jambon. Pas de l'eau bénite, voyons. Pas de l'eau bénite, voyons, du vin et du jambon. Pas de l'eau bénite, voyons, du vin et du jambon, pas trop, Les écureuils, j'ai voyé l'arc-en-ciel. Beau, regarde, je tombe par la gauche, par la droite. Beau, ça bouge des fesses. Bon. Ma tante Réginette a percé bébête. Beau, ça recule, là. Tante, je te donne un coup de main, va folle. Folle. Les bras dans les airs, un petit peu par en arrière, par en avant. Regarde. Faites attention, il y a une marde de cheval sur la route. Ben, c'est bien fertile, là. Du rock-and-roll, la belle province. C'est ça que ça se lance. Par la gauche, puis par la droite. Oh, il perd la balle. Pas de gilet pare-balles, juste décalé, ah ouais, donc tribal. Tribal, pas de besoin de gilet pare-balles. Va donc un peu tribal. Chatouille, pas de rouille, je vous chatouille, ça mouille pas, c'est le soleil, regarde, le fou, ça danse comme un jaune. Le jaune, les fleurs que j'aime. Et puis, sans gêne. Et tout ça va par l'arrière, puis par la gauche, des fesses, ça plombe. Ça plombrit. Ça donne des moutons. Hey, pourquoi vous avez volé les vaches 67? De mon oncle, pas besoin juste me le demander. J'ai besoin de tout qu'il me faut. Pas d'argent pour une guitare. Mon boy a le loyer payé. Hydro-Québec, il faut bâtir d'autres centrales. Pas encore la Saint-Jean. Faut être bien patient. C'est même pas l'été, c'est le printemps. Et vous allez bien trop vite, vous là. Des chansons jusqu'en haut. Un parallèle, c'est le corbeau. Le corbeau regarde. Hop, face à face, faut que ça pompe, faut que ça regarde, faut que ça joue. Pas d'argent pour une guitare ni pour le studio, puis j'ai perdu le numéro de Céline. Ben ça a bien commencé, bébine. Bien commencé avec une chanson de rock-and-roll. C'est du rock-and-roll 24/24. À ma grotte, mes chers. Québécois de ma famille, des fois on est dysfonctionnel, mais c'est de ma famille. Fait que j'envoie l'amour aux pompiers, hey. Les pompiers, les électriciens, les plombiers, les électriciens, puis tous ceux qui font le travail, ben, dans l'alimentation, faut que je me tasse du chemin parce que faut que je me dégage, je garde vers la droite. Parce que mon oncle, il est sérieux quand il est sur le bicycle. Puis je le salue qu'il faut qu'il aille encore 7 ou bien plus de kilomètres. Des kilomètres. Anyways, ça a fait un bon marche aujourd'hui, puis une marche pour la géopolitique. Encore une fois, vous savez que je suis un théoricien et analyste en géopolitique 24/24. C'est ça que je fais dans mon travail, tu sais. En tant qu'analyste en géopolitique indépendant, en tant qu'analyste en géopolitique indépendant, en tant qu'analyste en géopolitique indépendant. C'est ça mon travail que je fais, puis that's it, you know, c'est ça que je fais, bien sûr, puis c'est ça que je fais l'entraînement physique, puis c'est mes obsessions, puis vous savez, j'ai l'Asperger's, fait que j'ai une condition, j'ai appris à vivre, gérer, faire la gestion de mes symptômes. Parce que mes symptômes, ben, c'est des symptômes que les gens comprennent mal. Tu sais, c'est une malcompréhension de qu'est-ce que c'est l'Asperger's. C'est pas une maladie mentale, c'est une condition de neurodivergence. C'est une condition de neurodivergence mentale. C'est une condition de neurodivergence mentale.
Et ça fait que j'ai des instincts, des Asperger, des symptômes, c'est avoir des obsessions, des intérêts obsessifs. Puis, bien sûr, mes intérêts obsessifs, mes obsessions obsessives, bien sûr, c'est l'analyse et la théorie en géopolitique. Puis quand je suis dedans, c'est mon royaume. Fait que quand je commence à discuter, des fois, je dirige la conversation vers ce sujet obsessif, comme la géopolitique. Fait qu'il faut toujours que je fasse attention. Parce que c'est pas tout le monde qui aime ça, puis j'ai perdu beaucoup d'amis dans cette heure qui ont passé. J'ai fait de nouveaux amis, j'ai perdu la plupart, puis faut que je fasse attention à ne pas trop fixer les gens ou les objets, tu sais, c'est des choses que je vis avec. C'est des symptômes que je vis avec. C'est des symptômes que je vis avec. Puis c'est pas une maladie mentale, encore une fois, c'est une condition neurodivergente. Fait que ça fait que j'ai des obsessions. Puis mes obsessions, c'est la géopolitique, l'entraînement physique, la danse, c'est mon sport préféré. La philosophie aussi, puis j'en fais de la comédie en tant qu'artiste, athlète, philosophe. En tant qu'artiste, athlète, philosophe. En tant qu'artiste, athlète, philosophe. Artiste, athlète, philosophe. Artiste, athlète, philosophe, you know. Exact. Anyways, fait que c'est la géopolitique 24/24. Bien sûr, la géopolitique 24/24, qui est bien sûr l'analyse en géopolitique 24/24. C'est ça mes obsessions, puis le sport, le fitness, puis j'ai commencé mon conditionnement physique en 2017 quand je suis sorti de la dépression. C'est ça, quand j'ai sorti de la dépression, bien sûr, j'avais sorti de la dépression, puis j'avais fait bien sûr une sortie de la dépression, bien sûr, une sortie de la dépression, j'étais suicidaire, puis en dépression, bien sûr, puis j'étais suicidaire, puis en dépression, puis j'ai traversé le Canada de côte à côte, puis cet événement, ça m'a fait sortir de la dépression, puis être suicidaire, puis c'est ça, quand j'ai traversé le Canada, parce que je me suis dit, ben, combien de choses qu'on a ici, à vivre, puis que je fasse, j'écris des chansons, puis je continue mon travail, là. Fait que j'ai sorti de la dépression, j'ai traversé le Canada de côte à côte, en 2017, en août, puis en août, c'était en août. Anyway, c'est fait que c'est ça. C'est cette condition, l'Asperger, puis la amnésie de mémoire rétrograde, puis c'était peut-être la trompe, la moisissure, la maladie, ou peut-être une trompe, ou la drogue, mais je consomme pas de drogue, là, mais peut-être la drogue ou le mode de vie. J'ai des cicatrices, puis j'ai des cicatrices, puis j'ai des cicatrices, puis c'est des choses comme ça, là, mais anyways. Puis je sais pas, qu'est-ce que je sais, c'est que j'ai déménagé une place où il y avait beaucoup de moisissures, puis si je suis resté là-bas, j'aurais été mort, peut-être. J'aurais resté là-bas, j'aurais été mort, mais et me voilà ici, j'ai survécu la COVID en février-mars 2020, en février-mars 2020, en février puis mars, en 2020, en février puis en mars. J'ai survécu la COVID. C'était comme la mort, la pestilence puis la maladie. C'était comme la mort, la pestilence puis la maladie. Pour moi-même, la COVID, hein, quand je l'ai eu, ça fait déjà 4 ans, mais j'ai survécu ça. Puis j'ai créé mon système d'entraînement physique. Puis bien sûr, aujourd'hui, je suis en marche cette semaine de crise parce que vous voyez que ce qui vient de se passer en géopolitique. Et ça, c'est mon obsession. Vous rentrez dans mon royaume de la géopolitique quand vous rentrez, bien sûr, dans mon royaume, quand vous me parlez de de la géopolitique. Puis il faut que vous soyez bien préparé parce que ça, c'est mon obsession. Puis si je suis un analyste et théoricien en géopolitique, il y a bien des choses que je sais pas. Il y a bien des choses que je sais pas. Tout ce que je sais, c'est que j'ai l'Asperger's. Je suis un analyste et théoricien en géopolitique. J'ai survécu la COVID. J'étais en dépression suicidaire. J'ai commencé à m'entraîner, à faire l'entraînement physique. Puis je suis ici avec la gratitude. Mon loyer est payé, ma facture d'électricité est payée. J'ai du café visité avec la gratitude. Mon loyer est payé, mon café est payé. Mon loyer est payé, mon café est payé. J'ai de la gratitude, mon loyer est payé. Puis mon loyer est payé, ma facture d'électricité est payée. J'ai de la gratitude, mon loyer est payé. Ma facture d'électricité est payée. Puis j'ai de la gratitude, mon loyer est payé. Ma facture d'électricité est payée. J'ai de la nourriture, j'ai de la gratitude. C'est important pour la santé mentale, la gratitude. Puis c'est un des symptômes de l'Asperger, c'est que j'ai ces obsessions. Mais ça donne que j'ai été maudit par l'Asperger. Puis ces malédictions-là m'ont fait que j'ai étudié tellement la géopolitique ces dernières années que c'est mon royaume, c'est mon domaine. Puis j'ai même prévu la situation actuelle en 2019. Qu'est-ce qui se passe maintenant? Je l'ai prévu en 2019. En 2019, je l'ai prévu en 2019 avec bien sûr qu'est-ce qui se passe maintenant, les points de convergence qui se passent avec la Chine, la République populaire de la Chine. Il faut bien sûr qu'on fasse attention parce que c'est possible qu'il y ait une invasion parce qu'ils ont fait une simulation d'invasion en fin de semaine. On est mercredi, on fait une simulation d'invasion. C'est une simulation d'invasion de la République populaire du Taïwan. Que le Taïwan, l'île de Taïwan, c'est la République populaire de la Chine. C'est la Chine qui a 1,4 milliard. Puis de Taïwan, l'île, ça s'appelle aussi la République de la Chine. La République de la Chine, c'est l'île de Taïwan. L'île du Taïwan. Et bien sûr, la République de la Chine, la République populaire de la Chine, c'est bien sûr la République de la Chine populaire, c'est bien sûr la République populaire de la Chine, c'est d'autres choses. Anyway, c'est qu'il faut savoir cette distinction, c'est quoi. C'est parce que c'est leur dispute qui dure la guerre civile. Comme ici, on a été capable en Amérique du Nord, parce que moi, je me considère nord-américain, canadien, québécois, puis bien sûr, on a fait le grand compromis linguistique avec le français, puis avec nos frères et sœurs noirs, tu sais, pour avoir la paix, la continuité de la paix, pour le complexe de civilisation nord-américain, puis dans le complexe de civilisation nord-américain, c'est sûr, bien sûr, qu'on est un complexe de civilisation. Et dans ce complexe de civilisation, on constitue un élément d'intégral dans la défense, pour la défense, de côte à côte avec nos frères et sœurs des États-Unis, mais moi-même, quelqu'un qui a été né aux États-Unis 3 fois, mais 2 fois. J'ai été homme, une fois j'étais femme, 2 fois j'étais homme, une fois j'étais femme, puis les 2 fois j'ai servi dans l'armée des États-Unis 2 fois après 1776, puis 2 fois j'étais né ici à Louis-Sud, quand j'ai dit Louis-Sud, j'étais né sur l'île, mais en tout cas mes réincarnations, parce que je suis un mystique, puis j'y crois à la réincarnation, là, c'est des choses qu'il faut qu'ils fassent attention quand ils traversent. Attention, il y a de l'eau, il y a une grosse affaire de l'eau juste pour faire attention pour ne pas vous rentrer dedans. Ouais, c'est bon. OK. Je vais juste... Anyways. Fasse... averti pour pas qu'il fasse... attention parce qu'il peut y avoir de l'eau, parce qu'il y avait quand même des flaques d'eau, puis vous pouvez rentrer dedans, puis... Anyways, ça a fait une bonne affaire, je le redis, parce qu'il était avec le bébé, là, il y avait la gueule de bébé, là, fait que, il faut que je fasse attention quand même, puis à mes concitoyens, parce que si on est rentré dedans, puis je le redis parce que je connais le terrain, puis j'ai vu, puis... Moi aussi, je passais sur le côté, tu sais. Hein, fait que ça a fait une affaire que je leur dis, puis je leur indique, bien sûr, cette affaire de convergence, parce que sinon, il y aurait pilé, bien sûr, dedans. On va aller s'hydrater encore une fois. Ici, je veux juste noter que je veux construire avec vos têtes, bien sûr, ici, hein, la maison du dragon, d'écarlate, rouge écarlate, ici en pyramide avec votre tête face à face avec le temple de la déesse, oubliez le temple de la déesse, oubliez ici avec avec des pyramides face à face, puis bien sûr ici, à cet étage, dans un cercle ici, pour la pyramide du dragon avec le temple de la déesse que je crédite de millions, de milliards de bisous, de milliards de bisous, de millions de milliards de bisous pour construire le temple de la déesse oublié dans un cercle pour des événements comme les événements, des événements comme la nature, la célébration de la nouvelle lune face à face avec la pyramide du dragon et la célébration pour la nature, juste ici. Faire la célébration de la nature, puis des équinoxes, puis d'autres choses ici, mes chers, qu'on va faire face en face, pour que ce soit à cet étage dans un cercle ici. Il faut que je fasse attention, puis là, vous voyez, ça en pique, là. Vous savez, j'ai discuté encore en face, mais vous savez, je suis gay androgène pansexuel, Asperger, là. Asperger, gay pansexuel, mais un super analyste et théoricien en géopolitique qui a prédit la situation actuelle. Puis je peux en faire une convergence, puis une discussion pendant des heures, je peux en discuter les points. Puis bien sûr, de mes documents, mes analyses. Mais anyway, je dis que, tu sais, ça me gratte, ça me pique. Vous savez, j'ai comme une cicatrice, une blessure, ou j'étais à l'urgence l'autre jour, puis ça fait des années que j'attends après un médecin de famille, là, mais c'était comme une plaie, j'ai comme une plaie, comme une cicatrice, une plaie, là, un bobo, là. On m'a prescrit un antifungal, mais anyways, il va falloir que j'aille voir un dermatologue de la peau, puis faire toutes ces affaires-là pour la santé, là, puis ma santé mentale, puis ça commence avec l'entraînement physique, puis pour l'Asperger, il n'y a pas de pour l'Asperger, il n'y a pas de médicament. Pour l'Asperger, il n'y a pas de médicament. Pour l'Asperger, il n'y a pas de médicament. OK? Il n'y a pas de médicament. Puis je suis bon dans ce que je fais, je suis bon dans l'animation, je suis bon dans l'artiste, je suis bon, super excellent bon dans mon royaume de la géopolitique, là. Je peux en discuter, mais je vais en discuter, mais anyways, le point c'est que ça me gratte parce que j'ai une cicatrice à mon clitopénis, mon fusée, hein? De temps en temps, c'est une fusée, anyways, mais j'ai une grosse cicatrice, là, je sais pas si je peux la montrer parce que ça me dérange pas d'en parler, mais c'est comme, faudrait que je mette la vidéo 18 ans et plus, mais je veux pas perdre ma chaîne YouTube, là. Je veux pas perdre ma chaîne YouTube, mais si vous êtes amis, peut-être allégeance les jours, ça me dérange pas de vous la montrer, vous la photo, mais ça, c'est mal dérangeant. Je suis ouvert, là, parce que je veux pas que les Russes ni les Chinois, mais pas en tant que le peuple qui vit aussi avec nous autres, puis deviennent Québécois nord-américains, mais je veux dire, le gouvernement de Poutine, puis le gouvernement de Xi Jinping, puis leur intérêt, puis face à notre défense nord-américaine collective, face à notre intérêt pour la défense, la sécurité et la prospérité de l'Amérique du Nord, bien sûr. Puis, anyways, c'est que c'est ça, j'ai une cicatrice, une plaie, que c'est possible que ça soit, je pense que ça raciste, il faut que j'aille bien sûr faire un autre psoriasis, que ça me gratte, puis ça me commence de temps en temps, j'ai des démangeaisons, puis ça me gratte, là, puis ça me gratte la racine, j'ai comme à peu près, mais ça dépend, c'est la longueur, ça dépend aussi parce que ça s'élargit, là, quand mon clitopénis est en, je regarde pour pas en discuter trop, parce qu'il y a du monde, quand il est en érection, là, tu sais, parce que j'ai un clitopénis arc-en-ciel, une fusée arc-en-ciel de temps en temps, fait que là, ça devient gros comme ça, là, puis c'est, je sais pas, moi, j'ai toujours pensé pendant des années que c'était comme une cicatrice parce que ça a l'air comme s'il y a eu des points de suture, là. Des points de suture, comme si quelqu'un qui a essayé de me blesser, de me faire mal là-dessus, là. Quelqu'un qui a essayé de me blesser puis de me faire mal, quelqu'un qui a essayé de me faire mal puis de me blesser. Anyways, non, je sais pas. Anyways. Anyways, fait que c'est ça qui est ça qui est ça. Fait on va faire de l'entraînement physique dans le soleil. On va aller s'hydrater parce que j'ai vraiment chaud. Puis ça fait bien les heures que je marche, mais en tout cas, c'est pour la géopolitique aujourd'hui, puis bien sûr avec les événements qui soient bien sûr d'une convergence, c'est possible qu'il y ait bien sûr des alliances qui se font, mais anyways, parce que si j'en discute maintenant de la géopolitique, c'est bien sûr qu'ils ont fait de Poutine, puis avec de Xi Jinping qui ont fait des convergences, bien sûr, de convergence pour la défense. Puis qu'est-ce que les autres ont dit, c'est qu'ils ont mis fin aux situations d'urgence, bien sûr. Hein. Fait que c'est ça la politique, puis c'est la géopolitique 24 sur 24. Puis c'est ça que j'ai ici chez nous en Amérique du Nord. Mais anyway, ils ont fait une alliance, Poutine puis Xi Jinping, puis ils ont dit clairement que qu'est-ce qu'ils ont fait à part cette alliance, ils ont mis fin à l'hégémonie de la Chine, bien sûr, avec de la Russie. Ils ont fait, bien sûr, ils ont fait cette alliance, bien sûr. Faut saluer les troupes des jeunes, man. Anyways. Oh yeah. Oh oui, ça va être bien, ça. Merci les travailleurs qui l'ont bâti pour que je bois. Oh yeah, les touristes sont venus voir, man. C'est ça qui est le fun. It's fun. So, gotta get it for that X and for that Y. Gotta get it. Workout over time, man. Ça va être un gros entraînement physique ici, machin. On se préparer pour ce gros entraînement. Get that workout, man. On est ici pour l'entraînement physique. Oh yeah, c'est ça. Faut faire l'entraînement physique. Pour l'amour.
workout, man. Let's go. Pour l'entraînement physique, we gotta get that overtime every time. Un peu like Tom Brady. Tu ressembles un peu à Tom Brady. Get ready for that fitness workout. We're gonna go work out overtime every time, and we're gonna get it for the drills. We're gonna get it for the drills. For the drills. Get ready, we're gonna get it for the drills. Get ready, we're gonna get that boxing dance. You know, we love to get that boxing dance. Get ready. And a stretch before commencing all your bodily limbs. On va s'étirer les jambes. On va faire de l'étirement.
On a bu quand même 5 bouteilles. On avait un conteneur. Donc on a eu 6 000
And then there's also like us as their kids, like forgetting that, like them disagreeing with us is not them getting mad at us anymore. It's not like,
I went to French. So that's probably why, because I worked online. Now, that being said, though, his German accent is probably way better than mine. It's not an unusual, it's really bad.
Oui.
On s'en sort par où?
Oh yeah. Gotta salute the youth, man. Gotta salute the youth. Dancing is my favorite sport. La danse est mon sport préféré. I get it for that rock and roll, man. The DRT, really fast in French and English. Take all the public and the private debt, convert to US dollar, create the universal exchange unit. Création de l'unité d'échange universelle. La théorie de la refusion de la dette, prendre toute la dette de l'Amérique du Nord, mettre ça pour créer une nouvelle banque centrale pour donner l'unité d'échange universelle, put it together, create a universal bank. So take all the public and the private debt, refuse it, and just create a bank. So just like they did in the European Union, create the UE, Universal Exchange Unit. In past videos I've explained it at length. Now it's just gotta take all the public and the private debt of all citizens, my 10,500 included, and all of it put together, refuse it, and create a new bank like they did in the European Central Bank in the European Union. Created the euro. We're gonna create the UE, because that's what money is, to buy, sell, by biometrics, the hand, my Scorpio brother Bill Gates, and others, of course, gonna be able to get it on that drill with us. So that's what we're gonna be able to do, and we need to get that DRT, debt refusion theory, la théorie de la refusion de la dette. Mais encore une fois, on va prendre toute la dette public-privé, public-privé, puis on va créer l'unité d'échange universelle. We're gonna create that universal exchange unit, just like they did in Europe. So once again, special geopolitical analysis drill, dancing workout. Dancing is my favorite sport. Get that priestess. Prêtresse, you get that 50-50. Ça fait 50-50, you know, so gotta get it on the drill.